Now, schools have been closed, roads are covered in ice and weekend sporting fixtures have been cancelled due to freezing weather and heavy snow. Not unusual for the middle of winter, but it's still November, and for parts of Scotland, Wales and northern England, the early freezing conditions have continued for a second day. Up to 10 inches of snow is expected over high ground over the weekend. As forecasters predict, the cold snap will spread and could last a fortnight. Our North of England correspondent Nick Martin joins us now from Alnwick in Northumberland.
Well, Christian, this is the grit that they're using to put on the roads to keep the country moving, and they're going to need it here, especially in Northumberland. They've been using tons of this in the last few days, 30 gritters out and about, yet still some of the rural outlying areas still needing gritting, and it's a real task for them at the moment. This snow and this ice, of course, is spreading south to many other parts of Britain, and that inevitably will cause problems on the roads with school closures as the snow continues to fall.
Struggling in the snow for a second day, and for those hoping that this is the worst, the Met Office has bad news.
I think we've got this cold spell and snowy spell for the next 2 weeks or so. The snow will affect many eastern parts of the country for the next few days, but over the weekend the winds go more easterly and we'll see the snow become more widespread across the country.
Worst hit the Highlands and North East Scotland. Blizzards in Aberdeenshire made driving almost impossible. More than 120 schools have been closed and children may be enjoying a few more days off next week. South of the border in Alnwick, neighbours were digging each other out.
So it's never been as deep as this since I moved up here, which is more than 20 years ago. It's just unbelievable. The dog can't even go out for a wee in the garden. It's up to their chest, you know.
Talk of it getting any worse, or?
Well, that's why I'm getting the car out tonight, because I need the car tomorrow. If I don't get it out tonight, there ain't no way I'll get it out in the morning.
Well, getting off your estates and things like that, just about impossible. There was a lot of jackknifing wagons and whatnot down there this morning, down on the in the middle of the town. But basically, we're stuck on here. We can't get off. So it's pretty bad.
Like most of the people I know aren't going to work because they can't get the cars out and things. And the digger hasn't even been down the estate, so I think all the old people that can't get out from down there.
The gritters were out in the thick of it, but at one point the snow proved too much and the gritter itself needed to be dug free. Snow reached Norfolk by midday, and because it fell largely on ice, driving conditions were treacherous. And in Wales, no stranger to snow, the winter weather arrived this afternoon.
Give you an idea of how difficult it is. I drove from the North York Moors near Pickering in North Yorkshire today, through Durham, through Newcastle and all the way up here to Alnwick. And at parts, the traffic was coming to a standstill. In fact, on the A1, coming up to this road, the whole northbound carriageway was completely closed with about 2-3 foot of snow. So here's where we are tonight in the north of England and other parts of the UK. Well, the problems on the roads are continuing. In fact, the AA today say to us that they've dealt with 12,000 snow and weather-related breakdowns on the roads, and that's quite a large number for them, they say. Now, the school closures, of course, also causing a problem, particularly in Scotland. In fact, we now know the latest figures to be 160 schools closed in that part, especially in Aberdeenshire, where the snow is anything up to 20 centimetres. But the temperatures are where we're really going to feel it. Now it's about 0 to -1, but the Met Office say it'll feel more like -10 in the next few days.
Nick Martin.